Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs.
I'm Mecha.
And we are about to enter the tides of intrigue. See, we got a tip that there's like a really great barber living in Feral Ray. And Lucia was like, man, I wanted a haircut for the longest time. They're like, yeah, that dude Ludveck, he's a really good barber. And she's like, perfect.
That doesn't actually happen in this chapter, though.
Oh, it's the next one, isn't it?
Yeah, it happens between 2-3 and final.
Oh, sorry for spoiling it, I guess. I just always thought it was so funny that the Duke Ludveck is like, I'm gonna cut off your hair, and he gives her like a fucking designer level hairstyle. You know, you have to like pay so much money to get a haircut like that. She looks amazing. It's like, oh no, you turned Lucia into like a supermodel. Oh no, please don't cut her hair like.
To be honest, I think long hair looks better anyway.
Same here. I think long hair looks great, but if you actually look at like the hairdo Lucia gets, it's like, that doesn't look like someone who just got their hair ripped off with a dagger.
It's
you know?
anime hair.
I know, it's just
always works.
Oh yeah, long hair master race. Anyone that says differently is wrong. Let's go. Okay.
Market Joe approves.
Yeah, he loves his hair, man.
In a rural Crimean town, a band of rebels sow the seeds of discontent.
Love how it just tells what already
They are
happened.
stopped by Brom and Nephi.
I know, right? It's
two
like a
former
recap.
Crimean soldiers. However, more uprisings are sure to follow. Brom and Nephi decide to travel to Melior, the capital of Crimea, and inform Queen Elincia as to the gravity of the situation.
Okay,
Wow.
that was the shortest
We
intro
already knew
ever.
all of that, literally. But I'll have this guy read like everything I already know to me. I'll have this guy read my own scripts to me.
Honestly, do you want to
No, I
just
like-
not play Radiant Dawn, just have this guy narrate the whole game?
Yes.
That'd be great.
Bangs just moved his best units to the wrong square.
Brom and Nephi arrived at Elincia's castle and told her that Dude Ludveck was staging a rebellion.
Nephi is using her steel great lance, which was way too heavy for her, so she almost got doubled.
Elincia said, fuck this, let's go buy some apples.
Marcia talked to her, which instantly beat the game.
Brom said to Elincia, there are no more apples. You're gonna have to make do with oranges. Elincia got mad. I don't like oranges, Elincia said. This is why you're a bad queen, Brom said. You take that back, said Elincia. I like our story much better.
Mecha gave Julian 2 stars, which upset him very much.
Julian decided not to free Mecha. Max and Mecha was about to guess the MVP. They wrote down the MVPs beforehand so that it wouldn't just be a guess game. However, Mangs had to inform the audience that he had to replay 1-E because he was an idiot and forgot to save. Now, this is sort of good news actually, because this means that okay, I'd like to ask the chat something.
The chat. We're not streaming though.
Well, the comment section, whatever the fuck we
Unless
call
you
them
didn't tell
these
me that
days.
we were streaming, in which case you got me.
We're live.
We're live.
That'd be
Hey,
kind of
guys.
funny. Like if I just started streaming one time and you weren't aware, that'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, but now I already know about the idea.
Oh yeah.
I actually legit considered doing this at one point during like episode 7. I think at one point I had the plan to just agree to start recording with you, and then just pretend I started my own recording and just be like, "Hey guys, welcome back to FE7 Negative Growth" or something. Like we're about to start recording.
That'd be funny. So
Anyway,
yeah, so I had to replay Chapter 1E, and the reason why is because I was an idiot and I forgot to save. This means that Nolan and Edward, no, not Edward, he didn't die. Nolan and Seahawk are alive. So, do you want me to like
cheater.
Do you want me to? No, this is what I'm asking. Are you guys okay with me using Nolan and Seahawk when Part 3 rolls around, or do you want them to stay dead? Like, do you want should I commit to it, or should I keep playing? Just post it in the comment section, I guess. That's up to
I
you.
have a good C option actually.
Oh yeah?
How about you get Zyhark to the Grill Mercenaries as your punishment for letting him die?
Doesn't he need to have like a support with Jill for that to happen?
No, not with Jill. He gets recruited by...
Left?
Let's see. I think it's Mordecai or Leth in 3-7.
Sure. All right. I'm up for that.
Maybe it. Maybe. But
No.
maybe. But depends on what the chat says. They might also want you to like still not use Nolan. We'll see.
I'm fine with transferring Siark over to the Grail Mercenaries. I've never done that before. I know you can transfer Jill as well. I think that's where you need the support, isn't it?
Oh, maybe if that's your punishment, that would be really severe.
If I honestly,
like
no Nolan, no Jill, no Siark. Like, oh my god, Edward's left on his own. So a lot of people pointed out that I done goofed and I put Beastfoe on Ileana when I sent her over. I'm really surprised you and Ray didn't stop me from doing that.
Well, I didn't notice it. I don't know.
I don't remember if I did it on my replay. I might have, because I might have just gone tunnel vision mode. What I did do, though, I did put the blue gem on her.
Oh, you didn't sell it this time.
I didn't sell it this time. Honestly, I don't know. So yeah, just so you know.
It's a surprise.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up now is because when we're guessing the MVP, we're not going to count 1E because Mecha wasn't there when I played it, and I honestly don't remember. It's probably either the Black Knight or Nalia, because I did like the map really quickly, but...
All I know is that he told me, man, this chapter's actually pretty tough to beat with Black Knight and Nyla. I was like,
That's what I did first, and then I soloed it with Black Knight.
So hard to beat it with characters that beat everything.
Yeah, no, I tried not using them first. That's why I said it was hard, and then I decided to use them. That's why. So yeah, we have to go to the library, and I think it's...
How are we doing this anyway?
I don't know. Oh, what the hell?
No, that's like the weird tree.
Oh, I've never seen this before. Is this like a second?
Cool. Check the Dunvet part. Actually, he might not be there yet because he's not recruited yet. Yeah.
Wait, what? What?
I think we noticed this too early, but it's fine.
Spoiler. Okay. Wow, okay. Oh my god, that's... Wait, no, it doesn't. No, what? It spoils it? Really? It spoils Seljas and Black Knight.
No, I think it just done that because you already beat the game.
Oh, my childhood friends, he's dead.
All your friends are dead.
Trust. It's funny.
Buddy.
Who's this guy? Oh, Kisa, right.
Who's this guy? Yeah, that's what I wonder every time.
Wow. Oh, no!
Poor Braum, dude.
We killed his
He doesn't even know yet.
He doesn't know! Oh my god, that's horrible! Oh my god. Alright, okay, well that's funny actually. So we know that, well, we saw another edit, pretty much. I think it's...
Records, I think is what you want.
Okay, so here we go.
We know like half of them.
Okay, so let's start with the prologue.
Oh shit, I think I'm losing.
I said Edward, you said Edwards. That's 1 point for each of us. Then it's Micaiah. It's actually the one for chapter 1.
Well, we're both wrong.
I guess Nolan. Mecha guessed Edwards, so that's no points.
I thought it was like Nolan gets like no EXP, and I thought this is always kind of EXP based. And then Nolan was usually weakening things for Edward to kill, so it was like, let's guess Edward.
Yeah. On chapter 2, I picked, it's Nolan actually. You picked Soth, I picked Soth, so there's another 0-pointer. Wow, holy shit.
Oh, yeah, that's like the same thing I was just talking about, okay.
Yeah, in chapter 3, wow, Edward? I picked Soth, you picked Soth.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. What?
Wait, did you pick Soth for 2?
I picked Soth for 2, 3, and 4.
But Soth isn't even in 2.
Wow, I'm bad.
Soth is only in 3.
Oh, okay.
It's a Laura chapter.
And then where are we now? Chapter 5? Chapter 4.
4, I think.
Yeah, we both picked Soth on chapter 4, so that's 2-2.
Yeah, it's the Beast Code chapter, so that's an easy one.
Chapter 5, we both picked Soth again, so that's 3-3. Chapter 6. Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Jill. I picked Toronio. Mecha picked Jill, so that's
same reasoning. Like Toronio gets like no EXP, and I think you've made an effort to feed kills to Jill.
I did. So that's 4-3 to you. In chapter 7, I picked Jill. Mecha picked Jill, so that's 5-4.
I don't remember anyone getting like a whole lot of kills in 7, so I just picked Jill because like
possibly. And wow, chapter 8, Nyla. That's interesting. We both picked Soth.
Yeah, because I remember Soth took like the entire right side, and on the left side was like...
What the hell?
Nyla killed like 3 enemies or something.
I mean, she killed a lot of the reinforcements as well. So she killed more than 3. But yeah, I guess it's kills then. I don't know. And then chapter 9, Black Knight. That's not very... Oh, wow. You picked Micaiah.
Because she fed every kill to Micaiah.
Yeah, but Black Knight killed a lot of things.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He killed a lot of things. Like he killed
But
like
Micaiah actually got EXP and she killed the boss.
I don't think it cares about EXP. I think it's
Maybe
the
not.
amount of damage dealt or kills. Because Black Knight
I
killed
don't
like
remember Black Knight killing like anything. Well, like maybe 5 enemies or
he
something.
did kill a lot at the start. It just goes by so quickly because I don't play with animations. You probably didn't register.
I guess.
So then 2P. Let's go
Marcia
up.
for both of us, I think.
Yeah, we both picked Marcia, so that's 1 point for each of us.
I think for normal humans it would be hard, but you like treat Marcia.
And then this one.
We're both wrong.
Yeah, we're both wrong on 2-1. You picked Nephany, I picked Heather, but it was Braum who actually was the MVP. Wow.
Yeah, I think Heather only killed the boss, and maybe like the priest as an NPC, so I didn't think it would be her. But,
So yeah, that's interesting, but at least we have the MVP now, so that's funny.
yeah.
Anyway, Heather decided to flirt with all the women. Heather is very lesbian, in case you didn't know.
I recently compiled all the quotes of Heather saying stupid,
Really?
stereotypical lesbian shit
Really?
for someone on Reddit. Yeah, because someone was like, "Oh, I like Heather as like." We were talking about LGBTQ representation, and I was just defending the point that Heather is basically female saying it's like half her lines are either "I like women" or "I hate men," which I find annoying, and I I really find that narrative very annoying when like really annoying people like talk about it like that without getting all political. But Heather is like, oh, so dumb.
Honestly, I think this is more due to shoddy writing than it is Fire Emblem's stance against gay characters. I just think that Fire Emblem tends to run a gimmick with certain people and just run with it. And in Heather's case, her gimmick is that she's a lesbian. I mean, Braum is equally as much, hi, I'm a farmer, as Heather is, hi, I'm a lesbian.
No,
Nev-
I think you could say a lot more things about Braum besides I'm a farmer than you could say about Nephany besides I'm a lesbian.
He does have an entire game of supports to go on, though.
Yeah, but even in this game, you can kind of tell what he's like and what he... I don't know. I feel like you can tell a lot more about his personality. Like, you know he's a family man. You know that he cares about Nephany, even though they're just buddies, friends, war members. You know he doesn't like war. He cares about Alicia.
I definitely agree that Braum is less one-dimensional than Heather, but Leth is like, hi, I am angry cat girl. Mordecai is like, hoo-hoo, I not talk very well. I am big, lovable giant. And Lucia is like, hi, I have no personality.
I agree that there's very little to these people, but that's because they get very little lines. Heather gets quite a few lines, and all of them are that stupid. There was a lot of room to do more stuff with Heather with the amount of text lines that she gets. Leth and Mordecai don't really get nearly as much.
I think we agree. Female Sane is a very good way to describe Heather.
Yeah, it's like female Sane if Sane also hated men.
Yeah, she really hates men. I love
Sane is actually a bro towards Kent, but just every interaction with him and a woman is super cringy.
Yeah, it's like, you are man. I don't like man. Go away, man. It's really dumb. Alright, 30-minute battle preparations. We've seen worse.
This wasn't even preparation, we just talked.
Well, there's not a lot of preparation for this map either, because you don't really get access to the shop yet. So there's not really a whole lot to do.
Oh. Wasn't there like any secret shop stuff? Or I keep calling it secret shop.
No armory, no shop whatsoever.
Oh,
so, how would you like your hair, Lucia?
Supermodel, please. Cool.
That night.
Dark. Ooh, it's like one of the last Fog of War maps.
Inside Ludveck's BDSM cave.
His man cave.
His man cave? Where's the pool table? Come on! Do you even man cave?
Heather literally loses 1 HP for every turn she's in here. It's the man cave.
Yeah, she's like constantly reduced. Okay. You don't even get to... Yeah, you don't even get a battle prep, actually. Everyone just starts out like this.
Yeah, you get a base.
Yeah, this annoys me, because I'd like some of these characters to be further ahead than they are. So, yeah, welcome to chapter 2.2, and this is a Fog of War chapter. As you can see, your birds are fucked in this regard. Literally, they have 0 vision, so if you don't have anyone else to scout for them, they can't attack a unit that's in front of them. I've burned myself on this before, it's really funny. Like, Lucia can have a guy standing here and he can't hit him if there's not someone else to help him scout. 0 vision, I love it.
What if it's because he's old?
I'm old, I think Leon's the same. I think all Herons don't lack night vision. I think they say something about this, like, we suck at night or something. So...
Black Knight Vision?
Black Knight Vision. That's what I cast. So this map, it's actually got a pretty steep turn count requirement. You got to clear it in 7 turns if you want the full bonus experience. There's a hidden item like right here. I think there's like a thief on top of here if I remember correctly. And you can get the discipline scroll. I'm not sure how good it is though. I think we already had it. We had a chance to get a discipline scroll, but I think Soth critted the boss, so I didn't get to steal it. It's like 2,500 gold, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say Leonardo had it, but he actually doesn't. He has to cancel. So yeah, we don't have discipline yet. But like Radiant Dawn units just don't need discipline that much to reach the highest weapon rank that they need. It would only be useful in Laguz, yeah.
Because Laguz,
you can't use it,
and they are the ones who would really benefit from it, which is kind of dumb.
It's like never happens in Radiant Dawn where you're like, oh man, I want my unit to use this weapon that I just got, but I don't have the weapon level. That just never happens. All your units have like A rank base and everything, besides like the Dawn Brigade because they're tier 1, but everyone else is like promoted with A in something. And by the time you get like SS weapons, you have SS and weapon ranks.
Pretty much.
Also, like something like the Steel Great Lance, I think gives like 5 weapon XP or something.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So we got 3 new units to talk about. Let's start with Lev, the angry cat girl. So Lev is
an angry cat girl.
She's an angry cat girl. I mean, she's pretty similar to her Path of Radiance counterpart. I say she's like, compared to Path of Radiance, she's a lot weaker compared to the enemies that you face. When you first get Lev in Path of Radiance, she does really well for herself. Here, she struggles a little bit more with one-rounding people, especially on hard mode. She's really fast. She'll double pretty much everything. Her attack power is a little bit lower than I'd like. Also, the cat gauge in Radiant Dawn doesn't do her any favors. I just find that cats untransform way too quickly, so they're very unreliable. You've got to be really careful, keep an eye on their gauge, and if they somehow take on like 3 or 4 enemies on enemy phase, they can very quickly untransform, which, you know, leaves her with 9 HP. She's got a very nice hit point pool though. 51 hit points is really good. And 12 speed is, I'm not sure if a lot of enemies on this map double her. I think they might. I think they're on the cusp of doubling her, at least some of the faster ones. So you got to take a little bit care of her, but she's alright for the chapters she's around in. She comes with a Laguz Stone, but I prefer saving my Laguz Stones for the harder chapters. She can just sniff some of Mordecai's Olivia Grass, and she should be good to go. So I'm not super sure about her endgame potential. I gave her 2 out of 5 stars. She's good now, but I don't consider her one of the more viable Laguz for the endgame. Again, I think she's like 3 or even 4 stars for the early game, the chapters that she's around in, but her overall rating isn't that good in my opinion. Her growths are also sorta low, but that's a trend that most Laguz share, and this is because of how transformation bonuses work in Radiant Dawn. Like, if you take a look at her growths, you might go like, what the hell, why did they nerf her so bad? Like, 35 strength, 30% skill, 40% speed. Like, is she supposed to be the fast one? But the reason why her growths are so low is because Laguz growths are effectively doubled in Radiant Dawn, so if Laguz had really high growth rates, they'd scale like insane. So, but I still think it's like, they could have at least given her 50 or 60. Come on, she's like supposed to be the quote-unquote fast Laguz. Like, why did they shaft her so much in this regard? So, yeah, what do you have to say about Lev?
Not a whole lot beyond this. I agree that she's not all that good, basically. She's good in this chapter if she transforms, which, you know, she can do if you want. I usually don't conserve my Laguz Stones that much because I don't care, but I can see why you would want to. 24 speed after transformation is good enough for this chapter and the end game of part 2. Part 3, it's already, like, not reliable doubling. It's fine, but not great. And Laguz grows so slowly that it's hard to improve that, really. And if she misses that 40% speed growth, she could actually just not double. That just makes her damage output garbage. Like, 9 strength, even transformed is like 18. It's pretty bad. Her claw is pretty weak, because I think cats have the weakest Laguz weapons.
They do.
That sucks. No 2 range really sucks for someone who really wants to, like, make the most out of every battle, because as you said, she transforms so quickly and also untransforms quickly. So if she just gets hit by an archer and loses, like, I don't know, 5-6 gauge from it or something, it's like, damn, you just got nothing out of your transformation. If you use like a Laguz Stone just for that, that's like super bad. So yeah, not that great of a unit. Cats just get shafted in this game pretty hardly, or pretty badly. I don't think there's a whole lot else to say about her. She's good in this chapter and the next one. She's like pretty available in part 3, but she's just not worth deploying, so it doesn't really count for much. She has to have an affinity, which sucks. Which just gives hits, which no one really needs.
That's garbage.
It's garbage. And like, if you really wanted to make her good, you could give her an energy drop, and then she gets like +4 damage per hit. But it doesn't solve her core issue of no 2 range and transformation gauge. So I will say 2 stars just because she's around in this chapter, which is her best chapter by far. but otherwise she's garbage.
Angry cat girl. Rawr, you are human. I don't like you. Rawr, rawr.
basically Lagoo's Heather, who is, let's be insane.
Enter Mordecai. This guy is cool still, but again, I wouldn't say he's as useful as he was in Path of Radiance. I mean, that pretty much goes without saying. He's still very bulky, but he's very slow. I don't think he doubles anything in this chapter. 9 speed becomes 18 when he transforms, and 18 is just not good enough. Enemies grow so quickly in this game. Now, he does strike pretty hard, but he's no Muraim, that's for sure.
Warim. People are so annoyed by you saying Maurim and Wairarim.
I'm doing it deliberately now just to piss them off.
Good.
Muraim.
Maurim.
Maurim. His growth rates are really bad. I mean, I have to point it out. 25% skill, 15% speed, 35% strength. That is horrible. Like, no. I mean, like, his chances of growing in the stats that he really need to grow are so low. And with 9 speed, he will actually get doubled by a lot of the enemies here. And while his untransformed defense of 16 is pretty good, he'll still get whittled down pretty darn quickly by the archers and soldiers on this map. So if you don't transform him, he's actually gonna tank really fast. Even though you might think those 57 hit points might last him a long while, they don't last him a very long while when all the enemies double him. Good part is, though, he'll get his gauge up pretty quickly if he takes a bunch of untransformed hits. And he can sort of survive it a little bit better with the left, but not by much. So he's like, he hits really hard, he tanks well while he's transformed, but I feel like he's still shafted. He comes with the smite skill, which is still very good. Still take it off him. I'm sure there's someone who can benefit more from it, but it's sort of useful in this chapter. Like, I think smite still counts when it's untransformed, right?
Yeah, you can still use it.
So, unlike left, Mordecai actually does have some use while he's walking around untransformed. He can, like, shove units forward, which is nice. So, I still don't think that warrants an extra star, though, so I still give him 2 out of 5. But I like, if we used half stars, I think maybe 2.5 would be more viable for him, because I think he's better than left, but not enough to warrant me rating him 3 stars.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I like Mordecai a whole lot more than left, but that's mostly his character. I just think he's so wholesome that he deserves a couple of bias points somehow. I don't know if I can like actually rate him 3 stars for that though, like not viably, but holy god, this guy has so much HP, strength, and defense with transformed. It's ungodly. It's a shame he's so slow, because that really hampers his offense. I forgot to say about Leth, like one of the things that made her so good in Path of Radiance was that she could instantly transform.
Yeah, this is true.
One at no real cost. Whereas in this game, every Lagoose just started with 0 gaze, and you got to build up with a leafy grass or Lagoose stones. And that hurt Leth. Relatively speaking, it's hurt Mordecai less because he always started untransformed anyway. But just like last game, he can smite while he's untransformed. It's still kind of useful. And I don't think there's ever a reason to take smite off him because Mordecai has like the highest weight out of anyone you get for a long time. So he's the best at shoving and smiting, so you might as well keep smite off him. I've been like pretty, I don't know, meticulous about saying you can take the skill off him, so like Savior doesn't count for Fiona, and Nihil doesn't count for Nolan, and Wrath doesn't really count for Edward. But in the case of Mordecai, there's just no reason to take smite off, and he doesn't really need any other skills. Although you can do some funny tricks with him. If you leave him untransformed and give him like resolve, it's easy to get him in resolve range because he gets damaged so easily, he gets doubled by shit. And then when he's in resolve range, he's probably also filled his gauge because he got into combat, like you said. And then you transform him and you can kind of go to town. He will have like 26, 27 speed, I think, when he's transformed and in resolve range, which is...
I thought resolve only affected strength and skill in this game.
No, it affects skill and speed, so almost.
Oh, right.
Almost. Not quite. And then he's pretty good on offense, but still no to range, which sucks. And then at some point his gauge will run out, and then he's stuck untransformed again, but now he's at low HP, so it's pretty bad. But resolve...
It's a gambling style.
Resolve punching is pretty fun with Lagoose. It's a fun novelty, but it doesn't really get Mordecai like any more viability points, I think. Just rounding off stuff. I think the only annoying thing about Smite in this game for him is that he doesn't gain like Lagoose gauge with doing it. He'd rather be sniffing Olivia Grass, so it's kind of a dilemma. Do you shove this unit or do you Olivia Grass up? That's kind of annoying. I think if you do like Olivia Grass and then get hit by an enemy and do no damage back, because that kind of makes a difference for some reason. If you do that, I think you can transform turn 2, but it depends on the enemy type, I guess. So I'll give him 2 stars, I'm afraid. It would be 3. He is quite a bit available, but he's just not good enough to really warrant it. The Goose just kind of stuck in this game for the most part.
Okay, enter Supermodel. Hi, Lucia. You actually got really good bases in this game. Too bad you're not around, though. It's like, I feel like
She's
this
here. What are you talking about?
Not for long. She's gonna go to the barber shop.
I'll take you to the barber shop.
I'll take you to the barber shop.
I'll let all of your hair
Oh,
drop.
I want to make that shit post so badly. Oh. Okay, so yeah, Lucia. She's again like she's the unit that's supposed to carry you through this chapter. Problem is, her availability really sucks. I think she goes away after this chapter, and I don't think she comes back until part 4.
Correct.
And when she comes back in part 4, her stats just aren't that great. You get Stefan in part 4, which I think just outperforms her. Although,
if only that was our only problem.
yeah, of course. But you do kind of
class by class pitfall.
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 Fine. You know, Mecha went. Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll go last on this one. Jesus Christ.
She's really good in this chapter, and then when she rejoins, there's like 5,000 units that are better than her. That's basically her story. It's like less problem but exaggerated. She's really good for this one because she doubles everything. She does one round kill everything with the Wind Edge or with the Silver Sword. Silver Sword is pretty good, but it only has one range. It's kind of annoying to switch between them. But she's pretty good on offense overall, but not like super OP. Like she's not Har, she's not Soth, she's just Lucia, but she's still pretty good. And then she goes away for like a year. So 2 stars, I guess. Not like she's fantastic right now, but that's it. That's literally it. It's all she has.
Pretty much.
27 speed. I will say, like, if you want her to be good in part 3, you could like stuff her with bonus XP. She would be.
You mean part 4?
Okay. Part 4, yes, part 4. Thank you. So she could be good if you put favoritism in her, but it's like more work than it's worth. Doesn't really have anything to do with Stefan. It's just not like it's 5,000 units like her.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree. 2 stars. I'd actually written down 1 star, but I think that's a typo. I don't think I meant to do that because 1 star, like,
right.
that's Meg tier. No, I don't know. I think it's a misclick because I don't think she's a 1-star unit. And maybe I was drunk when I wrote this. I don't know.
Or a high on monster.
That could be the case. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, 2 stars.
Oh yeah. She also has parity, and at least it's an activated skill in this game. Thank God. So it's not as shit as it was in Path of Radiance. Like, hi, I take away support bonuses.
Yeah, parody has like pretty good use in one chapter, I guess. But you know, you have to bring Lucia to make use of it.
So we got these pyres right here that you can light. I think in this case it's actually sort of useful to do because I remember there's some ambush bonds coming here, or not ambush bonds, but some reinforcements. So
It takes a pretty long time, but yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway because it's fun. And honestly, I sort of remember getting my ass handed to me on this chapter right away. So I think I'm actually going to do this.
Oh, what about hard chapters though?
Yeah, but I remember there's like a bunch of enemies here, if I remember correctly. I just remember when I played this with Ray, I got swamped. Yeah, see here? So
You were bad back then, though.
I was bad.
Really bad. I mean,
was.
like Manx tier bad.
Thanks for emphasizing that.
Like really, really fucking bad. Like you wouldn't believe.
It's also my first time playing Radiant Dawn.
On a hard mode, which is also like, in a way, a really bad move.
Shouldn't have done that,
Oh,
I
well,
know.
yeah. I see you're taking lessons from IGN's guide on Frederick.
Yeah,
That your weak units, like, weaken them a little bit and then come in with your superpowered units for the kill.
exactly. So I like to put Mordecai here, sniff some Oliver grass.
I always
Now-
do like Braum there, so that, you know, Mordecai can fight more people, but that also works.
Ah, yeah, that sounds pretty nice, doesn't it? You're right, that would have been nice. Could have used this smite and
Yeah.
shit, but oh well.
So this chapter is like one of the best opportunities to feed kills to Nephany, because you care about literally no one else who can get EXP here. Like everyone else like leaves for part 4 or sucks or Zalagoose.
I also realized I should have positioned my units better for Leanne. Oh well.
Yeah, it just sucks that Leanne can only do like up, down, or left, right, and not. everything
Yeah,
else.
I just realized I should have positioned so that I could
Yeah.
have like danced for Lucia and Nephany on the. I think that would make this a lot easier on the. Oh yeah, you gotta be super careful about Leanne in this chapter because everything one shots her and doubles her, which is really annoying.
Give her like Stone so she doesn't die. It's
Yeah.
for. Do it. Do it.
I gotta. No. Also,
do
like
it.
Nephany is a lot less durable than you think here. But I think if I give her a javelin, they'll go for Braum instead. Or at
Depends
least-
on whether they can kill her, which they probably cannot. In that position,
12.
he's also a lot
12.
faster with the javelin.
She is actually 12, 12, 14. They actually can kill her if they all go for her.
Yeah, but they can't all attack her, right? If she put like where Death is or where Braum is, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
I hope she doesn't Wrath crit the guy to death.
Okay.
That will make space. Ooh.
There you go.
That's
Typical Nephany level up right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't want to put... I can maybe bait this archer into shooting. No, she can take 2 archer shots, actually, I think.
2 archer shots? Yeah, you could take 1.
It won't get doubled. He's actually faster than the archer when transformed.
Oh, that works, I guess.